Hello everyone, welcome back to Cooking with Donna. Today I am making up, we wanted some pulled pork. I bought this a few weeks ago. We were going to barbecue it this week, but the rain and today it's raining, so we're going to slow cook this in the oven. Okay, so here I have it's about an 8.5 pound, I believe it's a shoulder roast, yeah, shoulder roast. And it does have the bone in it. It's a pork Boston butt roast, bone in. Okay? It's almost, not quite 9 pounds, probably about 8.5. But I made me some spice mix up. And I put it and just mixed it all in my bag. Everything you need for this will be in the description. But what we want to do is we're going to start at the bottom. You're going to season this whole pork roast. We do need this to marinate, though, for several hours. Now, if you're planning on making one, even if you're going to put it on the pit, the barbecue pit, put it in the fridge do it overnight. You know what I mean? That way, because the longer this meat marinates, the better. So I'm just going to continue rubbing the sides here and the back there. Then we'll get it flipped and finish that remainder on the other side. Okay, we got that side. Get all that rubbed in there really good. I have messy hands. I didn't have any gloves. I'm sorry. But my hands are clean, I promise. Now on this side, you want to help this along because you do want to bake this with the fat cap up. That way all that fat seeps down into that meat as it slow roasts. And to help it along, just put you a few slits here and there, not going all the way through. You don't want to mess with that meat. Just the fat cap here, just a few slits. And then we're going to put the rest of this, we're going to put the rest of this rub. I put more on the other side because that's where more of the meat's exposed to the seasoning versus the fat cap here. But I got quite a bit left here. But you're going to use all this seasoning up, every bit of it, for this size roast. We make this quite often, and it's delicious. So, and feeds a lot. But we got this rubbed in really good. I'm going to get this in the fridge. I'm going to do mine probably a good 5 hours. But if you have the time, do it overnight. It's much better. It gives that seasonings time to soak into that meat. But 5 hours later, she's going to go in the oven. All right. Now I did want to bring up to y'all, I did rinse the roast very well. Rinsed it off good and then patted it dry, okay? And before we got those spices on there, all right? Okay. It's all ready. It's going in the fridge for at least, I'm going to try to go 6 hours actually. And we'll get it in the oven. Alrighty, friends. I had mine marinating in the fridge. I did cover it. I had it in a big old Ziploc bag. Took it out, put it in the pan. I just lightly oiled the bottom because the fat side is up. Make sure your fat side is up and the meat on the bottom. It's going to go ahead and preheat your oven to 275 Fahrenheit. It's going to cook low and slow. That's what you want. And it's going to cook between 6 to 8 hours. Depends on how hot your oven bakes. But once it pulls from that bone, which there's a bone there, and you can shred it, it's done. You want it nice and tender and pull apart. I did let the roast come to room temperature for at least 40 minutes. Because that's a big, thick piece of meat and it's cold. So we don't want to stick that cold meat in there. So let it come to, not room temperature, but take some of that chill off of it. At least 40 minutes prior to putting it in the oven. So my oven is preheated to 275. It's going to go from 6 to 8 hours. And it's on a low heat, so it doesn't heat up the house much. So we're going to get it in the oven, and we'll see you guys several hours later, and we'll make us up some pulled pork sandwiches. Alrighty. Okay, my sweet friends, there is the pulled pork, or there's the roast. Isn't that beautiful? It's nice and golden brown, and listen there. Hear that? And that's going to be nice and tender. Now there's some, a lot of it's grease though. Some of the drippings that are left in the pan, you can definitely mix some of that in with your pork once you shred it. Mine cook close to 9 hours. Now ovens vary. See, you want to see this bone here pull out. See there, look at that, that's hot. That tells you that sucker is nice and tender. Now, as we call it, pulled pork, you know what you do. You just pull it. That is some good stuff right there, y'all. And just take it. Now, you could separate the fat if you don't want all that fat. But I'm telling you, that's flavor. You can chop it up in little pieces and just mix it in. You don't want to do that. Separate it, chop it up, put it to the side. Somebody may want to mix some in, but I don't remove none of it. And just look at there. Start shredding it. And look at that. Juicy, look at that. Nice and tender. I'm going to taste that right there. Boy, that is melt in your mouth. But I'm just going to shred this up. Look at there. And you shred it how much you want. You want to chop it, you chop it. But I'm going to get us a sandwich built here. Okay, friends. We got Ryan taste testing here today. Curtis is coming back today from Fort Worth, where he was at. He'll be back. Dallas, yeah. He'll be back later tonight. So we got our Ryan here, though. He's going to taste it. How those look, y'all? We dressed them with some pickles, some barbecue sauce, some thinly sliced onion, and I got these buns nice and toasted on the grill, put some butter on them. This one here is some jalapeno cheese bread we get at our local store, which is delicious. But Ryan, which one you gonna look? Keep your hand. I wish I could turn this camera around on him. He's over here in the big pan picking at all the meat. It's good. I told him a while ago, stop eating it. You're gonna get sick of it, and you're not gonna want to eat the sandwich.
What kind of bread did you say this was?
This is jalapeno cheese, and then this is a brioche bun. So grab it and taste it with them.
Try this one here.
Okay. It's nice and juicy.
Oh, yeah.
That good?
It's good.
Yummy, yummy.
That bun is good. What kind of bun is that?
A brioche.
A brioche?
Brioche, yeah. And I love to use this sauce. It is by no means sponsored. I want to hear a lot of y'all out there if you've heard of this sauce. It's really good. Sweet heat. How do you pronounce that, Ryan? Gabrick? Sweet
sauce,
heat
yeah.
barbecue sauce. Boy, that's some good stuff.
It was really good on the onions and stuff.
Yeah, yeah. And a lot of people like to dress it with some vinegar-based coleslaw or creamy coleslaw. You could pile that on top of there. Whatever you want. But there it is. I hope you guys enjoy. And I wanted to tell them something. If I'm missing anything, I'll put it in the description. Everything you need for this is in the description. Go check out my merch, guys. If you're new to the channel, please like and subscribe and share. And until next week, we will see you guys later. Love y'all. Bye-bye.
It's pretty good.
Yum. Is it good?